Meet the goddess Cailleach, the crone of winter and guardian of endings. As the final page of the year turns and the cold winds whisper through barren trees, we're called into stillness. December is a month of completion and reflection, a sacred pause before the birth of the new. In this time of quiet and surrender, we are met by the Cailleach, the ancient Celtic Crone Goddess of winter, stone, and storm. She's the keeper of endings, the one who strips the trees bare and silences the noise. She does not seek to harm, but to clear. She walks the frozen earth not with cruelty, but with clarity and purpose, preparing the land and our souls for what's to come. So, who is Cailleach, the winter crone and weaver of endings? She is one of the oldest figures in Celtic mythology, predating written records. Her name translates to the veiled one or old woman. She's known as the goddess of winter, sovereignty, and the wild earth. Often portrayed as a fierce old woman with blue skin and white hair, she is said to shape the landscape with her staff, build mountains with her breath, and summon winter storms with the flick of her cloak. She is the soul of land in its resting phase. She holds dominion over darkness, death, and the ancient cycles of life. Unlike the youthful springtime goddesses, the Cailleach does not promise beginnings. She promises truth, closure, and wisdom hard earned. How the Cailleach supports us. The Cailleach is not here to coddle us. She is here to help us release. She strips away illusion, supports us through grief, and teaches us how to stand strong in our silence. Her gift is not light, but deep inner sight. Honoring endings, whether it's relationship, a phase of life, a belief system, or an old identity, the Cailleach helps us let go with integrity. She reminds us that endings are sacred and must be grieved, honored, and accepted before we can truly begin again. Winter wisdom and rest in a culture obsessed with doing and producing, she teaches the medicine of stillness. She grants us permission to rest, reflect, and restore, to allow the deep winter of the soul to do its quiet work. Rooted in resilience, the Cailleach governs stone, earth, and bone. She grounds us in our strength and reminds us of our ancient endurance. She helps us stand firm in our truth, even in the face of loss or change. Truth through the storm. She is the storm that clears the field, the ice that sharpens the focus, the silence that reveals what we haven't wanted to hear. But in her cold hands, there is clarity in her presence. We find the courage to see what must end. So, how do you work with her? Cailleach is to walk into the wild, into the silence, and to trust in the sacredness of the dark. She meets you with honesty, reverence, and an invitation to be fully present in what is falling away. You can create a winter altar using dark, blue, gray, or deep black cloths, adding stones, bare branches, bones, feathers, and anything that represents the winter. A single white or blue candle can represent her quiet light. Place a mirror to symbolize self-reflection and endings. You can also do a year-end release ceremony. Write down everything you're ready to release, old patterns, grief, identities, or burdens. Speak them out loud, honoring each one, and safely burn, bury, or submerge the paper as an offering to Cailleach. Thank her for clearing your path. Here's some journal prompts. What has reached its natural end in your life? What are you being asked to surrender or leave behind? What truth have you been avoiding that winter now reveals? And how can you honor rest and stillness as sacred? The silent winter walk or meditation. Take a walk in the cold or sit quietly near a window with winter's view. Let her presence surround you. Listen in silence. Breathe deeply. Feel her rooted strength in your bones and the ancient wisdom that she offers. Cailleach is the goddess of mountains, wolves, and untamed earth. Spend time in nature, even in cold or discomfort, to remember that you are part of something greater and that death is always followed by rebirth. So, how do we embrace her wisdom? The Cailleach doesn't offer ease, but she offers truth and transformation. In her world, endings are not failures, they're initiations. Stillness is not weakness, it is preparation. Grief is not shameful, it is sacred. As the year comes to the close, let Cailleach guide you into deep reflection. Honor the completion of a cycle. Mourn what is gone. Be still, be brave, be true, and the trust in the silence of winter. The seeds of you becoming are already stirring beneath the soul.